Good evening. Thank you for choosing News 2, the weekend edition. I am Jacqueline Skarda. Drivers from the east and the west met in Kearney to be a part of the Lincoln Highway Centennial celebration. As Ross Ferguson reports, for the drivers, the journey was a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
The Farm and Ranch Expo is a way to share ideas, but it's also a way to check out the latest technology.
Custer County Emergency Manager Sean Owens says a tornado did touch the ground briefly northwest of Comstock. He says no damage was reported and it's still under investigation. Little did residents know it wasn't tornadoes they had to worry about, it was a torrential downpour. The Youth Science Field Day here at North Platte High School was an interactive experience for the students. One of the most popular labs was this hands-on beef lab.
Good evening, Amber and Ken. I am here at the Lincoln County Fairgrounds for the Chamber Ag Challenge and Chamber Mixer. We have a lot of free and fun entertainment going on here tonight. The dueling pianos, they're just about to start here any minute. We'll have more for you tonight at 10. And speaking of challenge, I mean, those 4-H'ers and those animals, they have a lot of challenges ahead of them, especially when they get into that ring. And the sheep and the goat shows today, they were not bad.
The weather wreaked havoc again on Saturday night, causing damage and leaving hundreds of people in the dark. Today, the Natural Resources Conservation Service celebrated the success of the Ogallala Aquifer Initiative that began about 4 years ago.
Good evening, Kent. This is Emergency Medical Services Week. It's a week to honor those who save lives in our community every single day.
Yeah, that's going to get hot enough.
If there's one word Jack Mann could use to describe his life, it'd probably be blessed.
It's a gift from God to have a second time around.
That second chance happened here, along Highway 30 in Brady.
You learn something in here every day.
4 years ago, Mann took the Brady Get and Go under his wing. The building had been vacant for a year and needed some TLC.
We spent about 6 months remodeling the building, getting everything licensed.
Mann himself was no stranger to needing some TLC. He had struggled with alcoholism for much of his life.
It's great to be sober.
That TLC came from the Nebraska State Rehabilitation Council, who helped Mann develop a business plan and feasibility study. The council gave Mann the 2010 Entrepreneur of Distinction Award.
This stuff's all homemade.
Recently, they gave him an alumni award for his continued success, showing that while people get and go, they keep coming back.
It continues to grow a little every month, and just keeping up with that growth and stuff keeps you really busy.
The store has allowed a man to give back to the community that helped him to get where he is today. He says he wouldn't be able to do it without family, friends, employees, and customers.
Yeah, I just hope people would know that it's possible to start your own business and to succeed at it yet in Nebraska.
A success that is not without its challenges. For Mann, it's his faith that gets him through. In Brady, Jacqueline Skarda, News 2. At night, you may only be able to see its white lights. But for the Midwest Med-Air crew, things are a lot greener. The calls don't stop just because the sun goes down. A pilot, paramedic, and nurse are all on site 24/7 at the North Platte Regional Airport in case they're needed. They use equipment like this to help them see in the dark. While they take a little getting used to, the night vision goggles prove to be a valuable tool for the med crew.
The NVGs actually operate off of 2 AA batteries, and you see binoculars or something similar to binoculars where it multiplies the light or amplifies the light hundreds of thousands times. No magnification, but it actually will correct any kind of vision and visual impairments.
All members on the crew are certified to wear the military-grade goggles that attach to the helmets they normally wear. The beauty of the lights of North Platte and other cities along the way to their destinations is undeniable. But with the goggles, they can see things not normally seen by the naked eye.
You can see somebody smoking a cigarette from 2 miles away, where it's really quite amazing. You can see all the stars. You can see the Milky Way, you can see everything.
The night vision goggles are just one of the ways Midwest Med-Air stays safe while flying.
Our pilots actually have to go through a check ride with the FAA every 6 months versus every other program in Nebraska does it every year. So we do it every 6 months just to make sure we stay on top of it and to make sure that we're safe and current with the procedures that come into every airport that we may use.
That combined with a state-of-the-art double-engine aircraft make the Med crew proud to fly in the day or the dark. Jacqueline, Skarda, News 2.
2 months ago today, broad auction in Gothenburg livestock burned to the ground in what was believed to be an electrical fire. It's still a long way from being rebuilt, but the owner is putting his skills to use at another sale barn 60 miles away in Custer County.
Stairs that lead to nowhere, unused livestock pens, and electrical wire are most of what remains at the broad auction in Gothenburg livestock.
It was 22 years of our life that went down the tube, so yeah, it's kind of a empty gut feeling.
Wendell Brott faced an uncertain future when the sale barn he owned with his wife Kathy burned to the ground February 25th.
It completely destroyed the whole building.
1 month ago, Brott and his family found new hope in the familiar sights and sounds of the Central Nebraska Commission Company in Broken Bow. He now manages the sale barn that is bringing more and more livestock through each week. Brott estimated 1,800 head came through the sale barn Thursday. Much of that is due to Brott's loyal Gothenburg customers and the drought.
The overall status is we are certainly still in a drought, and as it continues on, livestock is moving at high numbers. There's large amount of numbers being sold at the livestock markets.
Although business is booming in what Brott calls cattle country, Gothenburg is the place he calls home.
We certainly hope that we can be up running by the fall calf run, which would be on a normal year, the 1st September. We're still in the process of making plans on the building, what we want, getting contractors lined up, so it's kind of a time-consuming process.
It's a stepping stone in life, a step he's glad finally leads somewhere.
Even though the family is hoping to rebuild in Gothenburg, a lot remains up in the air. Brott says a possibility is managing both sale barns in the future. Live in the newsroom, I'm Jacqueline Skarda. Back to you.